I posted a video on my second channel a little over 2 years ago now. It was discussing Romeo Lacoste, the allegations against him at the time, and his interview with Keemstar on Drama Alert. The video blew up, as did the story with Romeo. It was quite frankly the most abrasive admission of guilt without ever actually directly admitting a wrong. He fumbled the entire interview, used every excuse, tried to manipulate the conversation, and failed horribly. And correct me if I'm wrong, has Romeo ever taken accountability for any of this? Because I don't think he has. And this is what kills me, right? This cancel culture discussion will forever be ongoing. I have seen situations where someone takes accountability, has dedicated to change, and has actively changed, and people still refuse to let them thrive or even try. And then I've seen the opposite, where someone took accountability, actively changed, and everything was back to normal. I don't agree for the most part with the first scenario. There has to be room for reform. There has to be. One and done, it's hard to stand by that. And I do understand with more severe mistakes, the feelings change. And I also think there's an entirely different bubble when legal action is taken. The main point I'm trying to get at here is you cannot return to YouTube and expect or even hope for any pinch of success on this platform when you have clearly refused to issue any semblance of an apology or anything for that matter for these very serious allegations. Romeo Lacoste had screenshots of a conversation link that he had with a minor at the time. I think she was 14, 15, I don't know, it's fuzzy. Like her blanket. She was a child. Romeo was not. He was in his late 20s. Clearly grooming her, making her feel special, sending highly inappropriate messages surrounding his cock size, how slutty she might be, and if she wants to wait till she's 18. And he knew her age. And this was a girl that he had accessibility to because she was a fan. There was a clear power dynamic there. It was through social media. And also, did I mention that he preferred to booze her up first? The minor? He also constantly reminded her to not discuss this conversation with anybody else, which usually screams innocence. That was one girl, by the way. Romeo still has a fan base, and I'm sure there are people out there still following Romeo, bumping his newly released tracks, because he does that. He does music now, I guess. Hey, I can't vlog anymore, so I guess I'm just gonna make fucking dog shit music. They'll never realize it. It's like the fucking Scooby-Doo mask off. It wasn't me, it was this guy. Who would've thought? Aside from the music being piss poor and Romeo trying to emulate a talent-stunted black bear, this is why I say cancel culture's phony. I say that for two reasons. I say it to call out the worst type of people in these pile-ons, and at the same time, acknowledge an unfortunate reality of cancel culture. Anybody with a fan base, as long as they continue to post whatever content they may, will continue to have a fan base, as diminished as it may be. Thinking your efforts will have any type of other result is foolish. But I do understand a mild win in a campaign like this is diminishing that fan base as much as possible. And depending whatever platform they're on, it's possible it's like an EDP situation where the platform itself takes action and just fucking bans them entirely. And the reason why I'm making this video is because it came to my attention that Romeo had released a song, right? He had already released music before that. I didn't fucking know, but he released another song, and I listened to it. And as much as I was like, oh, I could just make fun of this because this guy's a fucking moron and this song sucks. But it's a lose-lose for me because, you know, anybody that listens to the song will know that. And also, I will have to forfeit my copyright to this video because I'll be automatically claimed. And I'll be damned if I'm going to fork over Romeo a fucking dime just to make fun of him. So it was a weird mix of emotions because just one side of me was just like, fuck this guy, fuck your music career. But then on the other hand, it was like, how did you leave this unscathed? It's almost like because you're not James Charles, because you're not these massive names, you know, you're able to kind of just go under the trenches and just keep doing what you might want to do. So here's my friendly reminder, since Romeo Lacoste has failed to take accountability. You may think that you have ignored your detractors, but you have also ignored your fans and ex-fans. You have laid low, kept your YouTube and Instagram devoid of any acknowledgement of the situation, because I guess, hey, it's on Keemstar's channel, so there's no need to directly address my fans. It's already out there, which is also fucking rich because you tried to take Keem's video down and you failed. And since you are legally active, I won't directly say something crazy like Romeo Lacoste is a predator and engaged in predatory behavior towards children. I'll just say, watch any video talking about it and make up your own mind. Also, side note, Romeo's Twitter is private. That may or may not have anything to do with...
About the Twitter, I have a bunch of people getting in contact with me saying that they have damaging DM conversations with you that are on Twitter that they can't get to because your account's deactivated.
As far as I can see, Romeo is on Instagram and YouTube, still active. And most troubling of all, Romeo is growing on TikTok. I shouldn't have to tell you why that's the most troubling of all. I also know not everyone's in the know about Romeo Lacoste lore, but it is disheartening to see people continue to collaborate with him in one way or another. And I'm not going to name names, that's not the point of this, but while looking through Romeo's shit, oddly enough, I came across a podcast with Romeo, where apparently Romeo tells us all. Private talk with Alexis Texas. Listen, I can't expect Alexis Texas to know anything about Romeo Lacoste, but watching this podcast, knowing everything I do, it's great. Because it's almost like Alexis knows, and she's just constantly prying, and Romeo just tap dancing his life away. But I don't think she does know. So I am going to show you clips from that podcast and make fun of them, but please don't send any hate to this podcast in any type of way. Alexis Texas is not the culprit here. She just runs a podcast and linked up with a famous tattoo artist that's trying to start a music career that she most likely does not know shit about. That's all she knows. Huge tattoo artist. He's trying to make music. Sure, get him on. Who fucking cares? Because if you do watch the podcast, it seems like she knows jack shit about Romeo. So I can't blame her. Like I said, he has the image of a prominent figure. So her fucking team just brought him in and whatever. Enjoy Romeo's responses though.
What's your social media weakness, would you say? Do you have to give a search? Are you like an OnlyFans member? You have your own OnlyFans? Like,
you're close. Little off the mark though.
I honestly try to stay off as much as possible. I feel like social media is like super toxic. I don't know, it's just unhealthy to be on there too much, you know? And I feel like, you know, it's a platform for people to kind of say and whatever they want with no repercussions.
I love how even at this point, he still flips it on social media entirely. Like, it's funny because he's not gonna bring up the whole fucking lawsuit thing, right? He's not gonna bring it up. As long as she doesn't know, it's fine. I doubt he would even agree to do this if there was any type of chance that that'll be brought up. So to hear him still turn it against social media and be like, yeah, social media is really toxic. Me in that environment, I don't fit in. I'm nothing like that. I'm a little goody two-shoe just trying to look at memes. I'm a meme type person, as Alexis says. It's insane to hear this. Top tier cop out, baby. All right.
so if people came with a warning label, what would yours be?
This one's actually really easy, Alexis. You see, they kind of thought about this beforehand, so they just call them registered sex offenders. It's really easy. They're on a list and everything. It's organized. It's in computers. Everyone can keep track with it. You can look them up on apps and shit like that. I'm not saying he has that label. I'm saying if, hypothetically, right? We're just talking hypothetical.
Mischievous.
Oh. He actually... Oh, I didn't think he was going to be honest there. He said it, just in a really cute way.
Bad news.
Bad news.
I don't know. Danger zone.
What is like one of your biggest turnoffs?
Biggest turnoffs?
Biggest turnoffs. Probably homework. When like the girl has a lot of homework, it just tends to butt in a lot with like what we're trying to do. You know what I mean or no? Is Mike still hot?
Especially here in LA, it's like girls that just want to go out and go to parties all the time, you know?
Or like they just have to be out every single night.
It's like, I'm just going to go out and drink. I want to go to, like, I'm looking for a party. Like, they just can't, it's like.
They can't stay their ass at home.
Yeah, it's like you can't just, like, we can't just watch a movie. We can't play some video games. We can't, you know.
Yeah, like, I fucking hate that. Like, when they're just drinking age and they just want to go out and party and enjoy, you know, their mid-20s and stuff. Like, like, can't you just not be able to do that and be at home? We can play video games, watch cartoons, eat Lunchables, you know, stuff like that. Like, that's just, man. It's,
It feels like you're dating younger girls that are into like the party scene.
Ding, 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 ding. There you go. Alexis is, she's carving it out. She doesn't need any lore. She's got it. He's giving her all the signs. She's like, okay, danger zone. Don't want him to go out. Younger, right? Yeah? All right, let's see if we can dig deeper.
How naughty would you say that you are?
3,000.
I say 3,000. That just made me think of I love you 3,000. That just threw my emotions for a loop and I don't know how to feel about it.
What is the weirdest place you've ever had sex?
Balcony, car.
I mean, it was balcony, car, this kind of like fort we built. It was like with couch cushions and stuff like that, but then her mom was being a fucking cock block. I'm like, geez, Do you even know the password? Come on, get out of here.
So you're just down to fuck wherever.
There was a old fort.
Oh, he actually said it. I was totally joking.
Actually, one of my first times was at this like old fort in St. Augustine.
Oh, he meant, okay.
I'm horny.
Describe something that makes you horny.
Girls with pretty feet.
Pretty feet. So you have a foot fetish.
I have a foot fetish.
I
They have
think
to be
that's
pretty
like,
though, because the ugly ones are like huge
so
turn
what
off.
do you like about feet since you have a foot fetish?
Like the cute, like I don't want to say fat ones, but like the cute, like kind of
Like is it the toe thing, the arch
It's the
thing,
whole thing.
the smell thing, the
both,
like
all
everything?
of it. Yeah, but you know, it's like the ones that are kind of like bony.
Why are you trying to give us a bad name, my guy?
Yours.
I actually like it better when girls have small boobs, not like flat chested, but I don't like the
Why?
huge. I don't. It's just.
We know you have a lot of fantasies since you don't watch porn. There has to be something that's in there that you're like, I shouldn't probably tell somebody this, but now is the day.
Maybe like, oh yeah, I think a lot of guys would probably say this, but maybe like two twin sisters, you know?
Took him a little bit to come up with that answer. He's just like, 8th grade volleyball team, cafeteria, study hall, chemistry. Twins. That's a thing, right?
What's
Girl.
the oldest woman you've had sex with?
I'd say like 19. Yeah, I know. Vintage.
Have you ever fucked one of your clients?
Yes.
I mean, the good news is you have to be 18 to get tattooed, right? How old do you have to be to get a tattoo? 18. Nationally, the minimum age requirement is 18. Oh, without parental consent. And that's all I really got to say about the topic. I know I make my jokes and whatever. You know, this is how I talk about things like this. This situation in particular just really blows my fucking mind. I just feel like nothing happened, right? Were there memes on Twitter? Keemstar dunked on them, but like in reality, nothing really happened. And it's not like I'm pushing for some hate mob to do something about it. It's just crazy to see such a, to me, a clear-cut situation like this. I don't think we were missing anything. I think it was all there. And it's just, you know, my man jumps in the booth and, you know, we move on. I feel like with a video like this, it's almost like I don't even know how to end it. Because what is the end goal? Just to remind you guys, you know, keep you aware of these things, to tell you to disassociate with these people if you still are. Like I said, it's an ongoing discussion, but I'm going to leave it at that.